The clock's spinning, but I pin it with these hands. Can I make it out of this? I'm taking weight up out of it, but ain't no way that I can. Man,
I walk the other side of boulevards and broken dreams. I covered up the pride, but deep inside it's hide and seek. Deep down I'm trying to find that peace of mind, some certainty. I saw the reasons why up on a sign that's passing me. I lost the best of myself.
Whoever sees this and subscribes right now will get free bread. You know, we're just loafing around. That was awful. What's going on, YouTube? It's Knox Hill, and we're back with the reaction series. So today, man, I am well aware 21 Pilots has a brand new song out. I've been enjoying these new drops so far. So without further ado, it's none other than Backslide. But before going further, listen, if you like the hat that I'm wearing, knoxhilldmv.com, Black Chaos hats, limited edition. We got like 10 left. These things are going to sell out within the next day or two. So if you want to get yours, this is your warning, and I'll put all links down there to check it out. Also, if you like that song in the intro, Best of Myself is out now. Brand new music video, sort of film noir. It's got a great message. It really is. Yeah, it's a special one to me. It means a lot. You guys who have heard it know it's touching a lot of lives. So thank you so much for that. If you want to check it out, again, all links down there. But anyways, you know what we're here for. 21 Pilots, step back up to the plate. Let's see what you got.
I don't wanna. Rap race, place to place, adding weight. Tendencies on repeat and a benefit from a shoe with no lace. Take the seat with the crease in it. I don't mind if it's lonely. I don't mind if it's fair. I don't care, you control me, leading me anywhere. I don't wanna backslide to where I've started from. There's no chance I will shake this again.
All right, a lot happening to digest. First and foremost, I don't want to backslide to where I started from. I'm getting serious stressed out vibes from this. I know he's not on like the trike riding, but it's similar, like riding through the neighborhood. When he had the black on his hands, the black on his neck, similar sort of vibe. So it looks like there's that parallel and that reflection, right? And then just eating straight up bread. Who just eats bread? Get your calories in. But also he's getting that bread up, right? But I just want to bring it back because I really appreciate the production on this, the way this bounces in, because he's just got such a smooth mix between sort of this hip hop type of bounce and vibe when he's just riding the keys on the piano, and then just like getting very melodic with it and singing along too. I just love the dipping in and out with all this. I just want to look to see if there's any other like Easter eggs or things, because we know that he likes to just hide a lot with it all. Even right there, bum, 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 like just those higher keys off to the side, but like underneath of it all, just that little bit of distortion, bum, 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 the synth pushing through him.
Rap race, place to place, adding weight. Tendencies on repeat and a
Rat race, adding weight. So he's got rat race, add weight. So you hear those internal rhyme schemes on the A rhymes, and then he goes tendencies on the E, and he hold out the E sound for the B setup. And then he comes back again one more time, punches in with the A rhyme scheme, and then back to the B.
Place to place, adding weight. Tendencies on repeat and a benefit from a shoe with no lace.
So he says benefit, but just the way that he lets it sits kind of like rat race. I know it doesn't rhyme, but he still has kind of more of that like rap vibe right here. He's not hitting those really hard E's that he does in the melodic callback in the second line after that. I just love the way that this is metrically and poetically set up. And then you think about a rat race, right? Kind of being trapped, but benefit from a shoe with no lace. That's a different line for me, because you think about shoes with no laces. I don't know why I'm thinking about it in a mental asylum or like prison inmates. A lot of them, they're not allowed shoes with laces when they get visitors or things, or they have to be careful with that because they can take those laces and tie themselves up and commit suicide. So it's for their own protection. Versus it could be metaphorical, like a shoe with no lace. What does that mean? Well, there's no shoelace to forget to tie up that you could trip over. Right? So he's not tripping. He's not worried about that. And then another layer, because again, this is Tyler. You never know kind of what he's thinking. I just love the way he leaves it open to us to digest and to figure out what he's saying. But there could just be speaking on kind of the monotony of just tying up your shoes, just having to do certain things throughout your day and just feeling like you're forced to do things. He's glad that he's free of that he doesn't have to worry about that and follow on that route. All right, let's see where we keep rolling with this one. Hang on 1 second. I got an issue with my screen recording. Let me check. All right, let's keep rolling.
The place adding weight, tendencies on repeat, and benefit from.
Yeah, I think tendencies on repeat, right? Like that repeating tendency we all have. We all fall into these kind of monotonous patterns of our lives, right? That's what I take relating to that in the shoelace. So it goes deeper for me.
Adding weight, tendencies on repeat, and benefit from a shoe with no lace. Take the seat with the crease in it. I don't mind if it's lonely. I don't mind if it's fair. I don't care, you control me, leading me anywhere. I don't wanna backslide.
I don't mind if it's fair, right? That just feels like a detachment from everything. I don't care what you all say, like support this side, support that side. It's fair. It could be relating back to the world of Dama and all of that as well. Like that's a really interesting statement to make. Like most people would care that it's fair and have this sense of justice and morality. But for him, he's showing that detachment almost and that disconnect. Even like the way that he's performing these lyrics, he could care less. Like he's kind of looking around, he's doing something else, he's eating the bread, he's on the bike as he's going along, just giving us these different lines.
He's on repeat, and benefit from a shoe with no lace. Take the seat with the crease in it.
And then the seat with the crease in it, right? I'll take a seat that's worn out. Doesn't matter to me. It doesn't have to be brand new. It doesn't have to be celebrated. It doesn't have to be so materialistic to me. Those aren't the things that I value. Simple statements that he's making, metaphorical writing, but for me, there's deeper layers if you start to understand his mind and his worldview on things.
Mind if it's lonely. I don't mind if it's fair. I don't care, you control me, leading me anywhere. I don't wanna backslide to where I've started from. There's no chance I will shake this again. 'Cause I feel the pull, water's over my head. Strength enough for one more time. Reach my hand above the tide. I'll take anything you have. If you could throw me a line, I should have loved you better. Do you think that now's the time you should let go? It's over my head.
Wow. I love just that transition, and you feel the storm, and I feel like that's from his conscious, right? Like the storm of his mind, because he talks about the water over his head, like reaching up, trying to grasp, trying to come above it. And that for me is like the tide and the wave of mental stress and anxiety, and a deeper metaphor for that as he tries to vibe through it. And I don't know why, I also had an interesting thought as he's like tossing some of the bread out. You know, like you take bread, and like I take my little girls to the pond and we throw it out for the ducks. Like he's just throwing out bread for others, like leaving these sort of breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel as he goes along, maybe hoping that he could find his way back home. And I love just the stacking of this, so many vocal layers on this mix and just different type of harmonies, right? It's mainly Tyler, but it feels like a choir sort of chanting and sound effect with this when everything rises.
If you could throw me a line, I should have loved you better. Do you think that now's the
Throw me a line makes me think of like fishing. Are we fishing for men? I don't know why. I'm going into like Jesus parables because we know he loves his religious imagery too. So maybe like Jesus walking on water, Peter doubting and falling through and holding his hand up, Jesus to grab him when he sees the storm and this storm now raging around him visually. But also like throw him a line, like give him a line, something to say within his music as he wades through this storm as well.
You should let go. It's over my head. Bad place on $100 base. Kinda wishing that I never did Saturday. Is that a stain? You should change. Are you doing good? Did you solve all of your problems? Thanks for asking in a way, but accidentally uncovered a new one yesterday. What happened to what I brushed under the rug I used to be? A champion of a world you can't see. Now I'm drowning in logistics. I don't wanna back.
Interesting. Talking to the kid, it's almost like he's talking to his younger self. And I just love sort of the conversational tone, right? I always love that writing when you have kind of just a back and forth within dialogue in a verse, because it's a lot harder to set up than people think. And you think about like $100 bass. So he's talking about, again, like origin stories in those days, and should have never wrote Saturday, alluding to, didn't he have a song Saturday? So he regrets that one. and regrets that take on things. When was that? We didn't really react to that one, did we? But I gave that one a good listen. That was the Ice and Fire album, wasn't it? And that was 2020. So that was lockdown times and everything, right? COVID times. I don't know how many times I can say that anymore. It's wild. But anyways, I think there was a lot of criticism for that because of how sort of lighthearted that album was, given the gravity and the gravitas of the situation and everything else that was going on. But as Tyler has said through interviews and times, like, look, the reason that I did this was because I wanted to give people something light. I wanted to give them something different amidst all the heaviness and everything going on in the world. Anyways, let's keep going.
Did you solve all of your problems? Thanks for asking in a way, but accidentally uncovered a new one yesterday. What?
Accidentally uncovered. He just says it again so matter-of-factly. I love how heavy some of this stuff is, but it's just given so matter-of-factly. There's kind of that juxtaposition, again, of how he is, this sort of detachment, as he wades through these different metaphors of all the anxiety and stresses and problems that he's still dealing with.
Happened to what I brushed under the rug I used to be. A champion of a world you can't see. Now I'm drowning in logistics. I don't wanna.
What's the world we can't see? That world that he created in terms of Dama, or in terms of here, this world you can't see? See, again, there's more breadcrumbs that he's leaving us. And now he's getting some lemonade to wash down all that bread.
A champion of a world you can't see. Now I'm drowning in logistics. I don't wanna backslide to where I started from. There's no chance.
That's a fine right there. My boy just littered.
To where I started from. There's no chance I will shake this again. Cause I feel the pool, water's over my head. Strength enough for one more time.
That was an interesting shot right there of, like, is it cherry blossoms it looks like? Beautiful trees, but then there was just plastic in the trees.
Over my head. Strength
right here, right there. Left-hand side, there's like a plastic bag, like even litter that has flown into this world of beauty right here and almost sort of ruined this shot.
One more time, reach my hand above the tide. I'll take anything you have if you could throw me a line.
Boom, boom, boom. Interesting choice, like sort of the wind instruments and that melody underneath of it all as well.
Should have loved you better. Do you think that now's the time you should let go? I don't mind if it's over my head. I don't mind if it's red. You should let go. I don't care. You can throw over my head. Leading me anywhere. I'll take anything you have if you could throw me a line. I should have loved you better. Do you think that now's the time you should let go? It's over my head. You should let go. It's over my head.
Josh flipping burgers, but oh, I love that. And in a way, he backslides because he's going back because he's got to go back and get the bread because he was so hungry, couldn't wait. He was eating it, and then the storm happened, obviously, in his mind, which ruined it. So, I love the way that just puts a bow on top of it and just brings it literally coming back around full circle. Directed by Josh. Shout out Josh, man. That's a thin-looking patty right there. I'll tell you what's interesting is we've done 3 now from this new album. And as much as I enjoyed the lore and trying to figure out all the crazy symbolism of the worlds that were created through Dama, this feels like they've gone back and they've kind of found a way to balance these different symbolic meanings and metaphorical writings, but also like it feels more radio friendly. It feels a little bit more mainstream conscious. Like there's some very catchy bounces to the production, to the choruses, to the sing-alongs that are going to just very easily pleasing to the ears, right? They still get my mind turning and it still does that, but it feels like we're walking more of this balance. Like this feels like this album is going to be just way more commercially successful because they're keeping in mind sort of that catchiness and the way that they're releasing these singles and the way that they sound and bounce and feel. And I love just adding a little bit more of that hip hop element to this side of things this time around. Really enjoyed that one. As always, 21 Pilots, you were Knox Hill certified. Listen, if you're here at the end, obviously enjoying the content, do me a huge favor, support the channel directly. Where are you getting breakdowns like this? Come on, subscribe, notifications on. Really does go a long way. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay positive. It's only Knox Hill. You know I'll catch you again.